something happened. Oh, so I'm just gonna show y'all this guy here. He's pushing up a mountain of stuff down there, trying to get the lot clean. I just had to set my coffee down. Something happened to my stream, but it's all good now. Check it out. That's work right there. Of course, he's air conditioned and heated in that cab. I'm not, so I'm gonna get back in my ride. I'm gonna try not to get run over. Maybe he'll let me pass. Got a long line of trucks out here all up in the snow. I'll get past him or he's gonna run us over. All right, buddy, come on. I got a truck coming too. That guy don't know the snowplow's fixing to run. Yeah, crazy, right? Whew. We got coffee. Didn't have hot biscuits. They do have burritos. That man there putting out some snow right there. It's getting kind of rough, you know. When you got all that. All these drifts and the roads themselves. There was all those trucks down there on 57. 2 of them tied it up in the middle. Oh. And then they said that going east was messed up. Undoable. You see that big pile there and them trucks? That's a big pile of snow, almost tall as 18-wheeler. We're all froze up. This guy's crawling. Like I said, we will be doing some work. In a minute. Gotta get back to my ride. I'll be there in a minute. I'm still trotting. You know what I mean? Golly. Look, people, I'm bringing it to you. Son. It's deep, man. About to bust my ass. Oh, man. Man. Stick my coffee in the snow for a minute. Do what you gotta do. Almost coffee cup. Y'all hold tight for a second. I get some stuff worked out. Man, that's the going. Ought to be hot. If coffee don't come out of the snow, it ain't gonna be hot. Golly. Oh man, I'll be with y'all in a second, no doubt. Just working here. Oh boy. Oh man. All right. Snowbound. Shoo. And it does make it difficult. Let's see what we got here. Which way did I do? I don't know. I had to check here. See if I can get this worked out. Something like that. Ugh. Okay. It's just like, there we go. Look, it's like television. Ugh. Back in the day when they used to cut the TV off at night. Y'all know nothing about that, that's fine, but they used to make it snow, is what we called it. It was no signal and a bunch of fuzz. That's what you got. See if we can fix that for you. Almost. Oh man, I'm working on it. Never said I was perfect, I just said I was here. It's just, man, it's gonna be a lot for me. I got that good stuff in there that'll melt it like alcohol. Let's see what happens. Sometimes you gotta reach out and snap it. Y'all don't do this, I didn't tell y'all to do this, but what you do is you reach out and you pop it. We'll tap a few times, pick up the wiper while it's going. Get that nastiness off of my shield. All right. Back when they had the air-powered ones, and some of the 90s models ones still have them, you had to reach out because they were little bitty blades. You had to reach out through the window, pop them against the glass, just a little quick pop. Too much, you rip them off. Yeah, old tricks come back to help us. So, I got coffee. It was a trek, but I made it. Got lots of snow. We got, man, crazy stuff going on in Washington. That throws me. I don't quite, I don't know what to think. It's like the president's giving them everything they want and they still don't want it. Don't make no sense. And stuff's going on where it's like they was trying to leave the country and split, like something was going to happen. And then they want to put off the State of the Union, and it makes people think, well, why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? And you add it all up. And it turns into, it's not a conspiracy theory, it's a conspiracy fact. And it's like, what's going on? Well, and then they stopped one assassination attempt. They got that guy. But it makes you think, what else they got up their sleeve, and what did it have to do with Egypt? You know? What happened was Pelosi sent a letter to the president saying he should put off the State of the Union address. And nothing should put off the State of the Union address. It's either in a good state or a bad state. You know? So then he sent a letter back a few days later, says, you know, it was funny because he waited until they were already on buses, and some people even said that she was already on the tarmac, but they let some of them off. But she was taking her whole family with her. 98 people. That's weird. Weird stuff going on, you know? Like, if you're a diplomat and you're going somewhere, why you gotta have everybody in your whole family go with you? That's what I'm saying, you know? So, that was weird, and you put it all together and you're like, what's going on? What is going on? So if you got theories and want to talk about it, you're welcome to put them in the comments below or chat about them while you're here. Just, there's a lot of people on Twitter that was asking about it that don't get it. And they're like, you know, what are they trying to do? And then in the letter where he sent her a letter saying you can't, you're not going to be allowed to take basically an Air Force plane and go over there. Oh, but you could ride, you know, if you wanted to, you could ride commercial airlines. So, you know, but he gave out wherever she was going, which made it's really funny. But then he mentioned Egypt. And she makes a comment back saying, we never planned to stop Egypt. So then what's Egypt got to do with all of it? You know, the people out here ain't stupid. I'm not the only one that heard any of this. I'm not the only one that's thinking of this. So that's why I decided, look, I'll go live, and if you want to make comments about it, you can make them right here. Because Twitter only allows 180 characters. There's people on there that's like, that's a little limiting. So I'm gonna leave it right here. I'm gonna turn on the radio, just chilling. Try not to get hit by the snowplow. and watching the snow. So, let me see if I can find how to make my audio get it right. Hope everybody's doing good. Y'all see where I'm at? Snowbound. Let's see. Is this? Let's see. Trying to set up the audio. I had planned on my next live setting up a better audio through another device and have it Bluetooth, but it's kind of hard to get everything set up. Let's see. There. Oh, that's the problem. It's all on the left side and then to the rear. Let's try this.
Chill.
Just chill. That's the word. Whew. That's a little too much bass. I say a lot of. I can't really help it much. Oh man, so yeah, okay, getting with it here, best as I can get my head wrapped around it. There's one lady who actually said she made a comment on the tweet that Donna Brazil put up. Kind of crazy. Brazil put up a tweet, right? Said something to the effect of President Pelosi and then Monday. So did they think something was going to happen over the weekend that was going to somehow make Pelosi the president? She's third in line to the presidency. She was going to skip out of town. And it's like, is there something that would have made her president by Monday? So when that person made that tweet to her and said, what are you talking about? What are you trying to say? It wasn't deleted, because then it would have been a blank page if she went back to it. It wasn't taken down, it was changed somehow. So they allowed her to change a tweet from it saying Monday to it saying soon. So they're acting like Pelosi's gonna be President Pelosi soon. Soon is not 2020, it's 2018. That's 2 years away. Something's going on that they're trying to say that something's going to happen and Pelosi's going to be president. And that's not right. That's not right. He was elected. He is the president. He's doing his job. He's leading our country in a direction that it needs to go in. He's running it like a checkbook. He's running the country as if it's a corporation, and that's how it needs to be run. So he's doing his best to create jobs, to keep us safe by building the border wall, which each president built a little piece of it. And like I said before, it looked like garbage. It looked like extra concrete molded up into some mound of something and some scrap pieces of tin metal, and they called that a border. So, he's built something that looks nice, and he's built more miles of it. I think he's trying to beat them all. I think he's going to say in the end, hey, look, we got more border fence up than all the presidents put together. And if he does that, put another plaque at the other end of that fence that says, this is the greatest wall that any president's ever built. Own that. You did it, and we supported you. There was a guy, Brian Colfage. He was a veteran. He lost 3 limbs and came back over here you know, and he's a triple amputee, and he decided, hey, we're gonna get money together and we're gonna fund the wall ourselves if they don't fund it. And they're talking like he's got to give the money back and all that. That proves, though, that the American people want to be secure at night. Listen, if you have any doubts about the inherent dangers that are south of our border, okay, there's a lot of good people in Mexico, but there's bad people down there that's not even letting them live the way they would like to live. If you got any questions about it, Google a conscience man beheaded in Mexico. Find the one that talks about Zeta, Z-E-T-A-S, so you can type that in there too. Go to the bottom of the page. They cut one dude's leg off, then he cut his other leg off, then he cut his arm, then he cut his, they hit him with his own legs, and then they cut his head off. That's what they're doing. They're doing that, and they're putting videos on the internet because they're proud of that. That will happen here if we don't build that wall down there. That's how it is. That's just how it is. I've been to the, you know, the border cities and stuff. I know what's going on. I got friends on both sides of the border. They've told me stories. They've told me what's going on, and it's not good. There's a whole thing that they call disappeared. Nobody's talking about that here, but in Mexico, it's now in their culture. If you hear someone say he was disappeared, or they say disappear him, that means they're fixing to take that dude and he's gonna be gone and you'll never see him again. They caught a guy down there who had barrels of people. He put people in barrels, and it either he melted them down or cooked them. I mean, people that they had killed, and he was working for them, and they said when they asked him how many it was, they don't know how many it was. There's over 100, oh, maybe 200,000 people, 150,000, something like that they know got killed down there and that are missing. That's a lot of people. Even one person is important. And there's people up here who are being killed by them, who are illegals that shouldn't be here in the first place. A lot of them have ties to that, and they're, you know, sometimes they just drunk drive and hit somebody. Sometimes they do it in a actual event, and they do something to somebody, you know, and kill them. We got to stop that from happening here, because it is happening here. There's angel moms that are going up there and trying to talk to Pelosi, and she don't want to open the door. It's real. You know, if we don't stop it, who will? What, are we going to leave it for the next generation? We're going to say it's their problem. You're going to sit up in a hole and say, oh, well, I'm okay, I'm going to live. They probably will too. No, they won't, you know. We got to support his efforts and what he's doing. He's taking intelligence and acting upon it. But at the same time, if something's going on, what's going on? Why are they messing with him? You know? I'll never understand that. So, and they want to act stupid too. They want, when they get on camera, they act stupid. But they're supposed to be the smartest people in the country, so smart that they're the best qualified to run it. Okay? I'm not talking about the president. He's intelligent. He's, you know, 4D chess is what he plays. He's off the chart. Those people, though, either they can't play both sides. Either you're stupid or you're smart. Quit acting one way or the other, you know? Be yourself. Just be yourself, you know? If you know something, say you know something. If you don't, don't. But for them to sit up there and say, she says, she don't know what he's talking about Egypt. Of course she knows what he's talking about. We don't know, but she knows damn well what he was talking about. You know? It's crazy. And she knew, and she wanted to say, well, and she ain't gonna say, you know, who leaked or where the, you know, she was going or whatever. You know, they know what's up. You know, come on. And that's what everybody's saying is that honestly, yes, I understand she's in the chain of command. I get that she's third in line. But honestly, she represents the Democratic Party. And I'm not going to say, who am I to say? There might be a lot of people in the military that vote Democrat.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, if you hadn't been funding the government for so long that a president has to come along and fix everything and fund them, I got a pretty good idea that that's gonna be reflected in their vote, and I got a pretty good idea that they might not want to see her if she came over there anyway. Really. You know, I wouldn't have any interest in meeting her, you know? It's up to you as a person. But, so, I think they'll live without it, you know? I think they're gonna be all right. You know, I'm not gonna say they're celebrating. That would be funny. But, you know, it's a lot less hassle with security on their part just to have regular security than to have anybody come in there anyhow. So it's actually easier on the military if they don't show up, so think about it. You know, but there's something going on in Washington, and like I said, everybody's chirping about it or twittering about it, and it's little pieces here and little pieces there. Put the pieces together. I know they already have. They can only put it in so many characters on Twitter. Then you got to go back and take some words out and put slashes and commas and, you know, asterisks and the and symbol instead of the and word. So if you want to type in something on the comment below when this becomes a video, or if you want to make a comment now while it's live, and I can never tell how many people are live in the room, and I don't really care. I really don't. Because I know my friends, even if I've got 60 people that catch this, I already get that they're going to be like, yup. Yeah, some of them, they're the strong silent type, they don't make a comment. I'm cool with that too, whatever. If you want to, you're welcome to make all the comments you want here though. And they will be comment by approval only, but as soon as I can get to it, I'll approve them all. I'll let them through. As long as you're not talking, as long as you're not bullying another person on here, because I don't allow that. As long as you're not, you know, talking bad. There goes the snowplow man. I appreciate that dude. He cut me a little bit of a path. But anyway, as long as you're not putting nobody down or talking too bad or being racist or hateful or anything like that, you know, fine, make all the comments you want, I'll let them through. And if you do try some mess like that, you wind up in the penalty box. If you don't know, I got a penalty box. You do something bad, you go in a penalty. It had to be real bad. But we got a lifer in there now, but he ain't getting out. I gotta see it. So, look, I hope, I already know that, man, see, that's the thing. He's already got them, he's 7 chess moves ahead of them. 7 chess moves ahead of anything they could possibly think of. Their brain don't work that fast. You know, he talks about low energy, they got low brain power. You know, they need to get up with Alex Jones and get some of that brain force or something, for real. Because you look, they talk about, man, don't even get me started on that. Anyway, they want to act like they're 3 years old when they're asked questions from the media, okay? But then they want to act like they're the smartest person in the country and they understand it all. And everything, how everything affects everything else. You can't have it both ways. Either you're stupid or you're smart. If you're stupid, you don't need that job. If you're smart, you need to start acting like it. You know. And they know exactly what they're doing. So, and he knows before they do it what they're doing. You know, we just don't know. So if somebody, like I said, somebody want to talk about it and they want to put a comment up, I'll try to let them through. I'm not hooked up with my laptop right now, and I'll have to do that to let everything through. But you're welcome to say what you want. I'm gonna kick back and chill for a second here, and I'm gonna have some food and relax. I just got out the snow. I guess y'all saw that. So, trying to warm up a little bit too. I only had the bottom half of my suit on. Oh man, my windshield's still acting funny. But yeah, they had a lot of accidents on the road. They about got it cleared up now. I ain't gonna say they got the ones in the ditch pulled out. Oh man, I don't know if you heard me when I was saying I had one of those smog things on, but 2 trucks tied it up on 57 last night in the middle. I'm hoping they were all right. It's getting rough trekking. We can do it. There's a few of us moving around. It can be done. And some people just taking 34s, you know, getting their reset. I appreciate the thumbs up there. Yeah, if you want to like this video, you can click like. You can share it, you can subscribe. I just I wanted to give a place for people to chat if they wanted to. People make comments if they wanted to. In a proper forum, in a place that's for it. So even if you might think it's a conspiracy theory that you have or whatever, put it up here. You got the freedom of speech. You got, you know, free permission to speak freely. I'll say that. You know, you're welcome to say whatever you want. This is your channel just as much as it's mine. Most of my stuff's mechanical, but I do these live things when I see something going on somewhere, and I'm like, that's kind of crazy. Well, I'm gonna speak on it, and you got the mic too. You know, the keyboard. Type all you want. I'm gonna have something to eat. Kick back. You can watch the view. The snow plow. He's cleaning it up. He's working hard. Any day's a good day that you can work, even if it looks like this. Y'all need to have plenty of rest before you tackle something like this. I'm telling you. Good stuff. Set this down here. I'm just getting things set up. You know, like I said, when you just get back in your ride, you're trying to get everything set up so you're comfortable. I still got my snowsuit. That's gonna make me hot in a minute. Gotta get organized and situated, but they got decent coffee. I got a cappuccino machine in here. I ought to break it out instead of walking through the snow, but I figured, hey, look, take y'all with me, go live. You get to see it, ain't no joke. I mean, you see how much snow. Maybe you can't see how much is behind that blade. There's a lot of snow out here. But if I keep waiting, he'll have it cleaned up for me. No, he ain't gonna have this whole road cleaned up. But yeah, it's a lot. So to any of my friends out there on the internet in the places that I go, say what's up to you guys. Hope everybody's having a good day. Look, this is the United States of America. We can work it out. We can make it happen. That's the thing too. If Roosevelt, well, even before that, and look. If you want, where you want to go with it? The New Deal, or you could go to Eisenhower. If Eisenhower can build a roadway across the entire United States, we can knock out a wall. I'm sure we can knock out a wall, people. It's not that hard. They're working on it now, you know, and they never stopped. See, the media wants you to think that just because they held up funding for the whole wall, that they've stopped building it. That is not true. They're building it every single day. They just want it built quicker because there's quite a few more people in a caravan. When I say quite a few, tens of thousands. There's like 3 of them, and they're not even stopping them this time. They're letting them come right up. We're gonna have to fight them people off. Not necessarily with guns, but we're gonna have to fight them off because they've been told they could come up. So in the end, a lot of them are from different countries too. So it's an attack. A lot of them are from like, oh man, they're finding prayer mats down there south of the border, okay? A lot of them are from like, likely Afghanistan, you know, that kind of situation. Everybody blames everything on Afghanistan. I mean, it could be anybody from anywhere, but it's not good. they're not here to have a better life. They're here to end life. And that's what they're trained to do over there. And just because they come over here does not mean that they change their mind because they're all of a sudden in America and they love it. No, they're over here to do a job, and that's what they're going to do. And some of them are like those Japanese kamikaze airplane pilots back in World War II, the kamikazes. Their job was to crash an airplane into something, cause as much damage, and then they were going to die, and they knew it. They were drinking sake, you know, a liquor, before they even went. So a few of them, you know, reneged on that. They went back on their word, and that's cool. You know, we captured a few of them and found out some intel, but most of them went through with it. So the people that are coming over here doing that jihad, that they are kamikaze people. That's what that is. Kamikaze action. Okay? And when they do that, yeah, we just got photobombed. It's alright. Eventually I'm gonna get a projector. Somebody parks in front of me, I'm gonna start watching movies off the side of the trucks. I'm telling you. So maybe make it into a drive-in theater. I've talked to some people about that. I can put it over AM, FM with a little transponder thing that you can get. Anyway, I'll work that out. But yeah, when they come over here, they're doing kamikaze acts. That's what it is. Okay, jihad is a kamikaze style attack. And that's what they're coming up from the south of the border for. And when they get here, they're not going to change their mind just because magically they're in the United States of America. They're going to do it. And so we got to stop them. And the only way to stop them is first to have a line of defense, a first line of defense, and that line is a fence. You know, it's a border wall. It's a wall. Because you run up against a brick wall, you run up against a wall, it's a wall. No matter how it's made, it is great. I think the design of it's genius. They tried to run a car over it the other day. They had ramps up on it. I saw that. I think that's real. I looked at it, I'm like, but it was stuck, so I would think if it was fake, they would probably show it getting across. It was a Jeep style 4-wheel drive, 4-door, stuck on top of the wall, ramps on both sides. Yeah, I saw that. It's on the internet. So they stopped them, they caught them, you know, but they're going to put out a bunch of new surveillance equipment, which they already have surveillance equipment. And I'll tell you something too, just because we don't have a border in some areas, those people that are trying to come across, they will be all stopped. Some of them tried to tunnel under the fence the other day, or the older part of it or whatever. Doesn't matter. They stopped them, and you know, there's just so many miles of it down there that, and they threaten the ranchers. The ranchers are up there telling what's going on. They wear carpet on their shoes. They're carpet shoes. So, you know, the smugglers are putting them on their shoes and they're coming over. And then they're walking in the same footprints, and then they're walking back. And then when the carpet shoes wear out, they throw them away, or when they're done with them, they throw them away. And these ranchers are finding all these carpet shoes. You can tell where they strap on top of your boots. And you're walking, but it's a footprint of carpet. So that they don't get, so there's no telling exactly how many there are, but they know they're heavy, they know they're deep, so they're carrying a lot. We don't need that mess in our country. We just don't. They say there's a drug epidemic. I don't know. I'm not in that kind of enforcement. I wouldn't be able to keep up with it, but I gotta believe them. You gotta believe the boots on the ground. They need to start believing these border agents. You know, there's a trafficking problem. There's people that are getting abducted. You gotta believe the border agents. You gotta listen to them. You know, there's no telling how many crimes are committed by people, and then they do that mess, and then they're, you know, illegal over here. They catch them, and then, you know, it's just gotta be stopped. And I don't have to preach for a wall. They're already building it. They've already known for years they needed it. Every single president built some piece of it. I think this one is going to be the be-all, end-all. It's going to be a completed project. Trump likes to complete projects. Let me tell you, there was some kind of a, maybe it was an ice skating rink or something that was up there. Maybe the view of it was across the ice skating rink. It was a building. It was something. And they were supposed to be building it. The guy had the project. Trump was working on something else at the time, lots of things, but he looked over at it, and my understanding, this is the story I was told anyways, I could be wrong, but he looked at it and he's like, this is ridiculous, they ain't done with that yet. I'd have been done with that. And, you know, finally he got tired of it, said, I want to take over the project and I'll build it, I'll, you know, bring it in this much time. And he did, and he finished it up. That's the kind of guy he is. This is what I'm told, and so I'm like, I'm believing it, okay, fine. So he saw a border wall for like a couple miles, and he's like, that ain't gonna do nothing. Let's really build it, you know, let's make it work, because we still have a problem. So another, I want to say, what is it, 250 miles is what they're wanting. It's gonna be like 5.5 or 5.7 billion or something like that for just for the wall part, and then there's gonna be electronic stuff and all, and they already have surveillance stuff. I've seen some of the stuff they got some really cool stuff. They got hardware, they got stuff. So it's going to be made a lot easier when the military can just step back and let the wall and the surveillance equipment do the work. You know, that's what we need, is something that's autonomous, something that works on its own, something that doesn't require a whole lot of manpower behind it. A deterrent, and then surveillance, and then some people to go round them up when they come in a certain spot. They'll catch them all that way. And they need more border agents, but they have a lot now since Trump has, you know, given them what they need and put more of them down there. But yeah, he offered them. He offered for the House of Representatives. He says, okay, look, I'll give you, you know, a path forward for the DACA, the dreamers, the people that are over here, that were kids over here, whatever, that their parents brought over and they're illegal, but they, you know, been here for a long time. He wants to offer that. That's what they asked for before and were willing to go for. Now they're doubling down on saying no matter what he says. They said they already had a typed up answer that they were going to read before he even made his speech. They already had a no answer for him. That's not working together. I don't think they're trying to work together. So if their plan is to keep everything shut down until 2020, that's not going to fly either. There's 800,000 people out of work right now. Some people, you would argue, okay, those are holdouts from the Obama administration that are just using what's called process to not work and to block anything that the president wants done. Like if he says, go do this, and they say, okay, we're working on it, and then he calls them, is it done yet? And he's like, well, it's in process. They're using process as something to hide behind. Like, well, it has to go through this person and that person, and they're holding things up. They're blocking him. There's a word for it. I can't think of it right now. I don't even care. You know, they're just they're working against him. They're not working with him, and some of them need to go. But out of that 800,000, you could say that the government's bloated. You could say that some of them were created jobs, made up jobs. Now, if you have one of those jobs, you got 800,000 people. I don't want 800,000 comments, but if you want to put up 800,000 comments, I'll approve them all as soon as I can. But at the same time, you know, 50% of you, maybe 70% of you know that there are some people who fall under that category. So it's no good right now that all of them are out of work. All you guys that are out of work, it's no good. They're working on that. I mean, Pelosi was leaving the country. She wasn't working on that. She was going to work on her tan or whatever, something, getting her drink on. Evidently, there's a whole big bill for alcohol on them flights. I don't know. I'm nobody to judge. I'm just saying they knocking back some liquor, you know. And if they're all her family, 98 people, man. So, yeah, I'll tell you much. I don't know that she brought them with her before. I think it was all just a bunch of congressmen. And hey, if they're gonna drink, let them, whatever they do. I don't know if they're on duty, off duty, I don't know what to call them. If people drink, they drink. If they don't, they don't. But they're doing it on the taxpayer's dime and we're paying for it, so it kind of makes you think, well, maybe you got to say so in it. Maybe they make enough money they could provide their own stuff, you know, instead of getting a per diem of something like $50 a day to go and spend on knickknacks per person on the flight times 200 or 300. That adds up quick. So you look at it and you say something's not right. There's all this stuff coming out and you put it all together. Yeah, she was not trying to stay here to help those people with those jobs though. To get back on subject here, there's 800,000 people out of work and she was going to leave the country, and she is the deciding vote. She is the Speaker of the House. She has to be there. It's her job. You can't just take off on 800,000 people being out of work. If there was a shutdown and they were paying them, you know, maybe you could get away with it, but you ain't gonna get away with it like that. Trump shut that down. He shut it all down. That's hilarious too. It was so funny. They showed him getting back off the bus. It's an Air Force bus too, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it like you know, I made a comment. It's kind of funny. Not trying to bring the Air Force into it. It's really funny though. It's like, step into the blue. Now please step back out of the blue. That's what I thought when I saw it. That, you know, they had to get off the bus, and then he even had them take her baggage. There's a picture of her baggage that he had them on a Air Force trolley, roll down the halls of Congress and park it at her office for her to pick it up there. That's kind of funny. They left a paper tag on it that says, you know, it said Pelosi, what was it? So I forget the letters, but it meant that for that trip or what. Really funny. It gave us a good laugh, but at the same time there's a bunch of stuff going on and it seems odd. And I know they're on top of it. We all know they're on top of it. We just don't like to see it happening. We'd like to see the government run smoothly. It used to be that government worked so well that they could, on their time off, go and grow crops. I don't see any of them that has it put together enough to go and plow a field and grow crops, or even go home and harvest crops, because everything's so messed up and tied up. Every bill out there is in limbo. It's almost like how the Supreme Court is, where they want to, maybe we'll look at it, maybe we won't, kind of thing on cases. Too much is at their discretion. Maybe we need term limits. Maybe we need it, like, you know, they talk about, hey, instead of being up there your lifetime, and then all of a sudden your kids and your grandkids is the next congressman, you know, nothing against them, but are they the best that we could do for the country? Are they automatically genetically modified in a way that makes them automatically that much better than everybody else out here to run the country? I don't know. Maybe they think so. A lot of people are looking at it sideways. You know, Trump's kids are qualified. I like to see about 5 or 10 of them as Congress people. You know, I don't know how many he's got. I don't. They should have more. Trump, have more kids. We need more people. Put them in Congress. I tell you what, the man knows how to get things done. You know, so maybe the only way to make things move in the House, when you give them everything they ask for anyways, maybe the only way to make things move is to get different people in there running it. I don't know. I don't have the answers to these things. Like I tell, hey, I'm just a dumb truck driver, right? But I can see what's going on. I have eyes that can see, ears that can hear. I can see writing on the wall. I can sometimes read it, sometimes I can't. But I try, and there's a lot of smart people on Twitter. And, you know, I'm just glad to have a seat at the table at Twitter, honestly. just to sit back and say, oh, okay, I learned that too, and then I put up what I know. It's like that, you know, like it was said. I'll put a link to the video on this video. I'll find it. The guy said, we have an army of digital soldiers. You're part of that army. If you're on here, you're part of that army. I'm part of that army. We are an army of digital soldiers because the media has failed us. The media is not even propaganda anymore. It almost makes you think that they are appointed by the government somehow, because you can't even get fired if the dude goes up there and hits a girl's arm trying to knock her arm away from her grabbing the microphone from him, when it's her job. She was told, okay, his time's up. He was told his time's up 5 minutes ago. Gave him a couple more questions. Still, okay, give her the mic. And he's gonna hit her. You would think that he, in some way, he's got to be appointed by somebody. So the media is appointed. They're all actors. They're reading from a script. They're all off the same program. And it's programming. It's mind programming. It's not television programming anymore. So we're doing our thing. We're up there saying, hey, I'm over here and I seen this and that ain't right, you know. And it's making things run in the correct direction. We're riding a ship that has been going the wrong way for a while. How did we wind up? How is it the American people owe $13 trillion or 14, whatever it is, 14 trillion dollars in debt? How are the American people 13 to 14 million dollars in debt, but the people in the house are millionaires and they only make $100,000 a year? They want to act like they're not smart, so let's give them that. Are they smart enough to run a business and make money like that? I know Trump is. Trump did it before he went in there. They come in there broke and come out rich. No, that ain't right. So maybe they need to, maybe the lobbyists need to be considered as the lenders in the temple. Like when Jesus went and kicked them out. Yeah, maybe they need to be kicked out. We don't send them up there for somebody else to buy their votes anyways. We send them up there to do the will of the people. That's how it's supposed to work. So yeah, so we're digital soldiers and they're riding the wrong ship. The ship is being corrected, okay? We're turning about. You know, we have been, and now we're in the right direction. We're just so far off course because it's been so long. That's the issue. So people keep doing what you're doing, you know? Keep doing what you're doing. Keep seeing things that are wrong. Bring them up and they'll correct them. And whatever's going on in Washington, I know they got a handle on it, but we're seeing it as people. And if just a stupid truck driver like me, okay, I'm smart, but just if a dumb trucker like me can figure this out, everybody else sees it too. So don't think that you're hiding something that you can't. Really, you can't just fly off to another country and then come back and then act like 800,000 people are not going to notice. 800,000 people are going to notice. I noticed, and I'm not even unemployed at the moment from that. So there you go. That is the answer. Is they noticed, they know what's going on. They got a pretty good idea what's going on. If I can figure it out, they're in the know. They know it already. So you know, when one person speaks, they represent another 100 people that just ain't talking. Maybe in a bigger pool, they talk for 1 million. I figure I'm speaking up for at least 800,000 people who may be in different places voicing their opinion, or maybe they don't have a voice at all. Maybe some of them don't go on the internet. Maybe some of them's got flip phones, but I'll speak for them. I'll speak for anybody without a voice. So you think about it for half a second. Do you really think that you're hiding from 800,000 people? I'll be their voice. You're not. You're not hiding nothing that you're doing from them. And there's a lot of, like I said, digital soldiers on the internet that's bringing it up. They're on 4chan, they're on 8chan. They moved to 8chan when Q moved there. And they're on 8chan and they're telling, you don't even have to be on 4chan and 8chan. Go to Twitter and there's people that are on 4chan and 8chan and they tell you what's going on in the deeper places of the internet. You know, you can't hide it. So I'm gonna sit back and let the music play. If y'all got something to say, you can. My numbers fluctuate, and I'm showing a couple in the room right now. Hey, hi, how you doing? And I'm just chilling, and you're welcome to make a comment now. I just wanted to put some thoughts out there because it seems like there's a lot of people who are thinking the same thing I was, but they can only get it in so many characters on Twitter. And they felt like they were being shadow banned and all that. Ain't no shadow banning here, okay? Permission to speak freely, you've got the floor. There you go. And if you want to make a comment when the video goes up, make a comment. I'll approve it when I get a chance. I promise you I will. I don't hold back people. So, it's snowing here. Y'all stay warm. And I'm having coffee and a burrito. And then I'm gonna leave this going for a minute because I am gonna light up a cigar. I've got a chupacabra. It's funny, I've got one more of those. Talking about the border, they've got an animal down there that it's not an animal. They don't know what's happening to goats down there. That something's grabbing them and draining them of their blood and leaving them for dead, and they call it a bloodsucker. It's chupacabra. That's direct translation means bloodsucker. So the Mexicans tell their kids, don't go out there, the chupacabras are gonna get you, and it's a thing. It's only in Mexico. It's really kind of funny. So I'm smoking a cigar that's named chupacabra. So we'll see what a chupacabra, hey, if I wind up and it drains my blood, we'll let you know what happens. I don't know, should be a good cigar. I believe they made it in, I think it's in Nicaragua. I have to check it out. I'll grab it out now so I can let you know, but the last one, I did have one on the border, a chupacabra on the border. That was awesome. And it was all right, you know. Let's see what we got here. Chupacabra, Hellcat. That's what it is. Let's see what there's a label that says the name. It's hard to read, but feel free to speak, make a comment or whatever. Let's see. Carrera. Is that Estefan? No, Esteban Carrera cigars. So it looks like a P. Esteban Carrera is the maker. Esteban Carrera makes the Chupa, C-H-U-P-A, Chupa, no M, just Chupa Cabra, C-A-B-R-A, Hellcat. That's the cigar. So I'll be having that in a second. But hey, we made it past the snowplows and they're out there doing their job. I'm gonna let them scrape that stuff up for a bit. I'll get going in a bit. No worries. Oh, he's working on the big hill now. You gotta check this out. If I can make it work, the bucket to the left. I think he's gonna tackle that big hill. He may just be putting more on it. All the way to the left of the screen. They can snow it. Look, you can shovel this parking lot all the way around it and come back, and by the time you're done snow plowing, you'll have to go again. The snow's coming down. It's hard to explain, but it comes down a lot and then it'll stop and make you think it's done. So it's playing possum. Kind of crazy. If you don't have to be out in it, don't get out in it, people. We got to do this for a living. this back. This guy here is a little bit easier to see anyways. They're just trying to get it off the building and then the big truck push it around. I think they're going to be working together on that, because that little truck can't push that stuff. It's too much weight. Yeah, it's starting to come down pretty thick now. It's freezing on my windshield, but it's because of my defrost. It's kind of not wanting to freeze completely, but it's on my blades there, and it's on the side. I'm really gonna crank my defrost before I split. You gotta put it on 350 base. Let's see what else is on here. See what else kind of mix I can find. No. Let's see. It's 254. Oh, here we go. Please don't hit me. There's always something bigger than you. Keep that in mind, people. That dude right there, for me, that's it. It would be bad. I would not win, rack and all. He would win. Guarantee you that. I think he's gonna push it all the way to the end of this row, then knock it out by going left. If you'll notice, it says boss inside of that bucket, and believe me, he's the boss. It's accurate. I've not been paid by the boss company to mention their product in this video. Happens to be there. Not sponsored by them, but that is awesome that they call it that. I can tell you, he's in charge. Trump's in charge too, people. He showed it the other day. Commander-in-Chief means you are commander of all the armed forces. Guess what? You can't just ride on one of his planes unless you got his permission. Request denied. That was so funny. That really made, when I saw what happened, this is the thing too, because of what's going on, because they got people out of work and all that, and it's like, it was so funny. Oh my God, it was funny, because they said they were already on the bus. Some people said the other bus, that she already made it to the tarmac, had to go back and didn't find out till then. They told her last minute. That's just funny. They said that the bus circled around the building because they didn't know if those people would be allowed to go or not. It was just, and they didn't know what to do. It's just too funny. Too funny. Get off the bus. Man. They need a bus pass. And a plane ticket. Yeah, it's too funny. Oh, now Oh, this dude on the left, you ain't gonna be able to see him, but he's got a fifth wheel on a pickup truck and a camper. That's the most dangerous setup. No, he's not trying to go out. He was pulling up to back into a spot. He's done. Yeah, I wouldn't pull one of them right now. Single axle, not even a dually. No. So, I hope you like the view. They're putting up a mountain in front of me, but they'll have it out of here in a minute. I've watched that guy work too. He's good at what he does. He knew to let another truck go that wasn't paying attention, and then when I walked out, he didn't run me over, so it worked out pretty good. He's good at his job. We all got to work together. That's the thing too. He's putting a roadblock in front of me, right? But I know it's temporary, right? Up there in Washington, they're putting roadblocks in front of each other, and they're not telling how long it's going to be there. They're not working together. They don't know. I could get on CB radio right now and probably contact that dude. Don't know if he's running CB, but I could walk up to him. I could say, hey, can you move this out of my way? And it would be done that quick, just seconds. You know, that's working together. Got 800,000 people out of work, but Trump can't just go up there and say, hey, look, you know, can we work this out and get these people back? And they don't want to work with him. You know, that's not right. That's not working together. It's definitely not working for the public. But we're still out here doing our job, you know. Just like, see this guy, he pulled up far enough for that guy to get around him. Normally you don't park that close to the doors, not knowing what door you're going to go into at a shop. Normally you'll park over to the side or back way up and say what door you want me in. But in order to make this, you know, give this guy room, he pulled all the way up. Got to work together like that. Maybe the people in Congress need to watch this video. You know, need to see, hey, this is how you work together. Look at that. I don't care that he's building a mountain of snow in front of me, in front of my truck, because in a minute he'll have it knocked out. It's just a little something he's got to do. And he never had to tell me that. I already know. And if I need to, like I said, I go, well, they need to work it out. Maybe they need to exchange some phone numbers so they can be contacted. I don't know. They're on Twitter. Maybe they could tweet each other. Somebody needs to go on Twitter and put, hey, Pelosi, at Pelosi, could you please contact, hey, Trump, at Trump, and, you know, could he contact, you know, and get them working together. Tell them they need to talk to each other. That's crazy, man. State your list of demands, state another one, let's whittle it down to what will work. Not, I'm gonna be gone for a few days and go home, and then, you know, you're being a jerk, and I'm not gonna be anything, you know, to work with. Crazy, right? So Washington is broken. All because the House doesn't want to do what really the will of the people is, which is to build a secure border. We need it. There's stuff going on. You know, I done said a lot of it on here. So, I don't know. I hope you at least like the view. Maybe you don't like my chat. I hope you like the view. And I've still got nachos to go. I'm never going to get to that cigar if I don't start eating nachos here, so I will start listening to some music as I can. I will approve comments though. I got nothing against anything, even if it's being a little bit rude. Just don't be hateful, and don't, you know, you pick on me, it's one thing. You pick on people on here, I'm not gonna let it happen. So, people, we live on the greatest country, in the greatest country on earth. We really do. It's not perfect, but it ain't gonna be perfect if the people in charge go AWOL and desert their post and don't do their job. That's what I'm calling it. Gross dereliction of duty. Okay? Conduct unbecoming an officer of the House of Representatives. And if you understand chain of command at all, you'll know you're in it. How about that? AWOL. Yeah. On the American people. So. Yeah. Request denied. Too funny. Man, that is too funny. He said, no, thank you. Go back and try again. Man. That made mine and a lot of people's day. So thank you, Trump, for the laugh. That was awesome. We needed it. Wintertime, you need something to make you laugh. That was just too funny. And they put the letter up on Twitter. If y'all want to see, both the letters are up on Twitter. The one from her to him, and then a couple days later, she's like, "Wait, we haven't heard from him." Yeah, it's because he was busy trying to figure out what you was going to do. And then he saw you was going to go AWOL. He was busy setting it up to deny your flight. That's hilarious. I guess you know what he was doing now. Anyway. But I couldn't leave if I wanted to right now. Got a big old mountain of snow. So I'm enjoying some nachos, like I said. Yo, grab you a hot biscuit. It's Operation Hot Biscuit. Man. I put up a link to a veteran the other day that was looking for a job. If anybody in the Ohio area, check out my Twitter. Okay? If you are currently, if it is your job to hire people, in other words, if you're in human resources of a company, or if you just know of a company that's hiring in the Ohio area, there's a veteran who is a Marine, because once a Marine, always a Marine, and he needs a job. I put a link up to his, someone posted about it and said, hey, people, could you just retweet this? I didn't see no tweets. I'm like, hey, if all you need is a tweet, I tweet it. Man, about 30 minutes later, about 40 other people, I appreciate y'all retweeting that. I want you to know, for all the people that did that. And let's find that man a job, you know? That's all he wants is the ability to work, so get him a job. He looks like you know, it looks like from his MOS and everything he did, he's overly qualified for a whole lot. And that's why people were saying, hey, they should grab him up quick. Probably put him in management. I don't know his exact skills from the comment that's on there, though. You can get in touch with them, and that person helps out vets that need jobs and helps out homeless vets, and I support that. So you should too. If you want to set up a Twitter account and go on there and retweet that, just to set up an account just to retweet that man needing a job, go help him out. So I appreciate all the people that retweeted that. And I could probably put a link to that on this video. I gotta learn how to do that. So I got two links I gotta put up on this video. One of them was the guy talking about digital soldiers. That's us. And another guy, another one, the guy that's wanting to, you know, looking for a job there. So y'all help him out. Doesn't matter if you can't get him a job. Go on Twitter, retweet the comment, and then if you find someone who's in HR department, human resources of some company, and you have the ability to tweet at them, you put the @ symbol and then their Twitter address, I guess you call it, with no spaces, and it'll go and you click on what it says they are. You can send it to them, and then they'll have that info, and they can find out through her his information. They can set up emails and all that stuff. But that's what she does, is helps out veterans that need a job and that are homeless. And we need more homeless shelters. We need a lot, man. I put up a list. There's a lot of things we need in this country. We need more help for the homeless. There should be no full shelter in the wintertime. If it's this cold and somebody needs a place to be, a place to lay their head, there should not be full shelters. We need more shelters. You need to give more money to the people who are doing that kind of work and give them what they need, for sure. And there should be a list. That's what I was saying on Twitter too. There should be a list on a website somewhere. They need to make a homeless website. Put the city that you're in. You type in the city you're in, no matter where it is, and you'll get a list of the homeless shelters in that area, the soup kitchens in that area, and what are those cheap stores that you can buy clothes at? Goodwill or thrift stores in that area. And then people who are handing out backpacks for the homeless like I do, or if they're just helping somebody out and they say, hey, I'm homeless, can you help? You see that sign, you know that you could write down that information, give it to them, or maybe even just call the shelter and say, hey, there's a guy at the corner of this road and this road that says he's homeless, can you come pick him up? Maybe if we had enough funding, maybe we could have some buses to get them to the local shelter. And then they could start from there. And they'd have a notepad and something to write on and a place to call in a job. And just like that, guys looking for a job. People are people. They're not throwaways. No person is a throwaway. We're all better than that. So I think we need a website to give us people the ability to help homeless people by telling us where all the shelters are at. That's what we need. Now, I don't know. That's just where my thoughts were going at the moment. You can do better than what you're doing right now to help, even if it's just a tweet. That was the point of my tweet, is if all it takes is just a tweet, would you tweet? Would you click a button to help somebody? Just click a button to help somebody. You know? It says my battery's low. I'm trying to plug that up before it kills out. I should be able to charge this and get this going. If it kills out though, y'all have a good day. Let's see what we can do here. I'm just going to give it a few more minutes anyhow. I don't want to make this a video. If it ran a little long, I apologize. Even though it's my channel, I don't try to make it too long. And then if it's not long enough, let me know too. Just doing a little something, you know, like I did. I just do what I can to help. And that part on Twitter, like I said, with that dude, that Marine that needed a job, that was the point that I was trying to make, is if what would help is a tweet, then you got it. You know, like, it's the least I can do for his service. That's what I could have put. And it's the least anybody else can do to help that man find a job, or anybody that's needing help. So help your fellow man. I think I will click off this. I'll give it a chance to go up as a video. I'll be smoking that cigar in a second here, but y'all take it light. Be careful in your travels. And think about your fellow man. And if you want to make any comments about what's going on in Washington, or if you got theories about it or what you think, then this is a place where you can leave comments. Y'all stay safe. I'll be getting down the road after I have a cigar, and I'm gonna get off this thing. That's all I got for you. Have a good day. Oh, and by the way, if this guy's coming by, don't get in his way. That's it. I'm out. Peace. Should I give him one more pass? Hold on. Wait a minute. We're not done yet. We'll give y'all. He's finally, see? He's moving the mountain. All right, I'm out now. Peace.